Hi, my name is Julian Richards. I'm with AdventHealth Sports Med, and I'm here to demonstrate for you one stretch and one exercise to improve your hip mobility. We're going to focus today on improving hip extension. A lot of times we lose a lot of range of motion and a lot of flexibility on the front part of our hip. So I'm going to demonstrate for you one stretch for your hip flexors and one exercise to really activate or strengthen your glutes in order to improve your hip extension. So what we'll need for this is just a stretch out strap and then something that you can use to support yourself. Here I have a foam roll and a firm strap for support. And what I'm going to have you do is place one leg in front of you at about 90 degrees and the opposite on the ground at about 90 degrees. It's a good idea to do this on a soft surface so that way you don't have knee pain. What we're going to do is work on squeezing the glute, which tilts the pelvis upward, and just maintaining good upright posture. I'm already feeling a little bit of a stretch in the front of my thigh and the front of my hip, and if I want to increase that stretch, I lean forward slightly until I isolate that stretch, and I typically recommend holding for 30 seconds. You want to do about 3 to 4 of these when you're doing your stretching sessions, and you can do this multiple times per day depending on how tight you are. If you want to go ahead and take this a step further, you can use a strap. So we'll assume the same position, making sure you're well balanced, and we'll take that strap and we'll place it over the shoulder. From there, I'm going to pull the strap, drive my hip forward until I feel a stretch in that same area, right at the front of my hip. I'll hold it there for 30 seconds, making sure I feel a nice strong stretch without pain, and then I'll release. And that's your hip flexor stretch. So from there, we're going to do an exercise to strengthen your glutes. So for this, you'll need a band with a little bit of resistance, and that's just going to provide a little bit more effort for your hips. And so what I'll have you do is take a seat and place the band around your knees, like so. And I'll have you lie on your back. You typically want to have your knees at about 90 degrees and the hips at about 60 degrees with your arms placed on the ground. From here, we're going to engage our core, squeeze our glutes, make sure our knees are pressing into the band, and drive the hips upward. We'll have you hold for 3 to 5 seconds and slowly come back down. I'll do it once more. And what I'm feeling there is a lot of activity in my glutes. By activating those muscles and by stretching those hip flexors, you'll improve your hip extension, which will help you with running and any activities where your hip is extending behind you. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or need the help of a physical therapist, please contact one of our sports med and rehab facilities located throughout Central Florida.